So to go into blind spots, so this is really to getting into what I didn't realise myself and working with so many developers, what we haven't realised over the years working in the industry. And this could be either your own startup or your own business or working for a different organisation. Some of the best developers I know haven't been technically brilliant. It's a combination of two. And a guy that I learned quite closely from after I graduated, a guy called Tim Dutton, brilliant developer, didn't bother going to university, got contracted out at Microsoft at $2,000 a day back in the late 90s. Phenomenal talent technically, but the reason why he was so important is because his communication skills were absolutely way better than anybody else I've come across. He ended up becoming the head of IT Ops for Deloitte and Touche, global IT Ops for Deloitte and Touche. And he progressed up the career ladder without a single qualification to his name. So this is the aspect where brilliant developers don't necessarily always make it to the top. You don't have to be at the top. They understand how their work impacts a business, not just in terms of how technically it improves the functionality of a piece of code. They understand sales, they understand the bottom line, they understand return of investment. These are the differences between the 80 and 20%. And going back to the story, at university, they don't teach you this in computer science disciplines. Well, 20 years ago they didn't, maybe different today. But the cold hard truth is, whilst you're obsessing about an elegant recursive function, you're missing the bottom line, and you're missing what is really important, which fundamentally for all businesses is cash. Great developers can speak two different languages, can speak code and they can speak cash, and they're not concerned about how much RAM SQL Server is using. So really want you to think about, do you have business acumen? Have you learnt those other parts of it? And if you believe it's not actually part of what you need to know, I want you to start having a rethink around this area, and if you want that career progression. The other part of it, which everybody ends up ignoring, and this was the 20%, these are the 2 points from the 20%, understand custom focus as well. It's not just about the requirements that the product owners put in front of you. You are able to challenge it. You're probably one of the smartest people in the room, so use it more than just for code.